Some people say admirals are stronger than commanders, and some people believe that commanders are stronger than admirals. So what really is the truth? Are the admirals actually commander rivals, or they smack them into the ground? Well, this has already been answered by Ode if you actually read the story, but I'm going to take a more debatable approach on this topic and conclude what is true and what is not. Hey guys, it's me, Ryuma, and today I will be giving my opinion on the admirals versus commanders topic. Now, I'm going to say this now. Commanders like King or Katakuri are straight up getting slammed by any admiral, whether it's Blind Man Fujitora or the Walking Weed Store Green Bull. We have already seen the outcome of this battle. So let's talk about the commanders which are actually capable of fighting the admirals, which are Sabo, Marco, Ben, Zoro, Yamato, the revolutionary commanders, and Shiryu. Any commander except these will get no diff by any admiral, and I'm going to be excluding Rayleigh and Odin as they are far stronger than these bums. Now first let's get out Marco D. Staller out. Many people argue that Marco is relative to Kizaru, or even has relative speed to Kizaru. This has been debunked, however, since Kizaru was able to blitz Snake Man, who's faster than the Big Mom, who is able to blitz Marco. So a full-power admiral would neg this bird. Now let's talk about Shiryu, also known as my favorite Jinbei victim. Now he's also a bum like Marco, but far worse. People really cope about Shiryu like he's shit, but all he does is sneak attack people when they are fighting someone else. If I could erase one character from One Piece, it wouldn't be Charlos or Spandam, but it would be this fraud bozo who is meat-ridden by every retard, aka people who think commanders are stronger than admirals. Don't even bring shit like Shiryu is stronger than Kuzan due to the SBS. Now to debunk this, we know that the SBS was released back in November 8, 2021, whereas Kuzan was revealed to be a Blackbeard pirate on October 24, 2022, which is a whole year later. Therefore, this statement about Shiryu being the second strongest doesn't apply to Kuzan, as he was revealed to be a Blackbeard pirate later. It would also be hasty generalization fallacy, which is when a claim is made on the basis of insufficient evidence. Some might argue that Kuzan was revealed to be a Blackbeard pirate in Dressrosa, but it wasn't confirmed and would be a jumping to conclusion fallacy, as we don't have enough info to conclude this whatsoever. In conclusion, it's not appropriate to make a definitive conclusion about the comparative strength of Shiryu and Kuzan based on a single SBS statement. Now, let's talk about Ben Beckman, or as I like to call him, Ben Wankman. Now, I don't really know a single person who would actually advocate for this guy on any topic. Now, the main argument for Ben is that the admirals are scared of him, which doesn't prove shit. I could be scared of Pennywise, but beat his shit up and send him to the circus in the sewers. And besides, if Kizaru is scared, why would he attack Law's submarine when Ben was literally pointing a gun at him? And to be honest, I don't even know what the gun shoots, maybe water or shit for devil fruit users. Anyway, many people also use mistranslated scans like Kizaru, not standing a chance against Ben's haki. So next time you are arguing anything about Ben, get a reliable translator, not the agenda pushers. People also use his Viver card to scale him to Shanks. However, this just likely refers to his political influence rather than comparative strength, as even said in the Viver card itself. Now, Film Red is this man's last hope, which I agree has some pretty impressive showings, like matching Zoro's Ashura with his Conqueror's haki, or matching his three-sword style with just a single bullet. But the movie is non-canon anyway, so I will leave this one up to you guys. Now next I'm going to be talking about Yamato and Zoro. Now Yamato just really depends whether you think she's relative to hybrid Kaido or not, because she indeed showed relativity in the time being the fought, by being able to continuously match Kaido's speed and exchange blows, and even cancel his blast breath with her Glacier Fang. So if you think Yamato is relative to Kaido, then she probably also beats the admirals, depending on if you got Kaido above Kizaru or not. Zoro is in the same boat as Yamato, but he's just a tad bit faster than Kaido and Yamato, so this would be basically the same thing I said for Yamato. Now, I personally believe that Kizaru is above Kaido anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Now let's talk about the most interesting commanders, the revolutionary commanders. Now these people really surprised me, as they performed far better than King and Queen against two admirals. They definitely fodderized most Yonko commanders. Karasu, the crow guy, was able to press Fujitora into going full power, a feat not even Sabo in Dressrosa was able to achieve this. And no, Fujitora was not holding back, nor was Green Bull. Green Bull was seen to be using his awakening and getting pressed by Morley, the half-naked shovel guy. Not looking good for the admirals, I must say, considering this bozo Green Bull said that commanders are supposed to be light work. Now you could argue that they were up on numbers, but this still doesn't debunk what Green Bull said. Now let's talk about the last relevant commander, that is Sabo. Now I saved the most interesting and debatable for the last, as he's currently the closest to beating an admiral. Now we know that revolutionary commanders are capable of fighting admirals who aren't holding back, as we see Morley having the upper hand on Green Bull during their fight, in which Green Bull was forced to go all out, as it stated, Green Bull causing damage to the city, and we know Logia types excel in wide area attacks. This means that Green Bull is not capable of beating Morley while being restricted in an area of effect barrier, which is an unquantifiable nerf. And we also saw Karasu pressing Fujitora with his soot barrage, forcing him to respond by contemplating on dropping a meteor, which would also destroy the city. Through the SBS, it can be concluded that Sabo is the strongest revolutionary commander. That means he can do the same shit which the other commanders did, and even better. We have also seen Sabo fighting Fujitora in action in Dressrosa, where presumably both were holding back, as Fujitora didn't use a meteor, and Sabo didn't use any material arts or combination attacks. As a finisher move in the One Piece Lotta, it was stated that Sabo is on the same level as the Admirals, and even possibly stronger than Luffy. After all of this, I think it's safe to say that Sabo is at least capable of going high to extreme difficulty, or even beating Green Bull. Why I am not saying this about Fujitora is because of his possible awakening. So, in conclusion, when you compare all the Yonko Commanders to the Admirals, then yes, the Admirals will be stronger. However, some of them are capable of giving them a fight or beating them. Thus, this doesn't have a definitive conclusion. Now, this is just what I believe. You can drop your opinion in the comments, as well as some suggestions, as I am running out of ideas. Anyways, guys, this will be it for the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.